Hey Aquarius, I hope y'all are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for today through April 30th. So this is for the rest of April. Any information you need, you can find it down below, Aquarius. I do have personals open right now. It's a 3-question video reading. It's $34.56. You get it within 2 business days. So everything's down there if you're interested, of course. I'm also reading today, I'm reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So that's who this reading is for. So you don't just have to be an Aquarius Sun for this to potentially be your reading. You could be an Aquarius Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, no, I think that was all I had to say. Oh, no, it's not. If you're wondering, for those of you who have been here, why I'm so close to the camera, I misread the dimensions for this background here. So that's what's going on. We're going to see what we have here for you, Aquarius, for the rest of April. Today through April 30th for Aquarius here. Four of Wands is your overall energy here. Now, this is a great card, by the way, Aquarius. This is a card of laying down new roots. Often it emphasizes like home and family, entering a new chapter. Sometimes it'll show up for like commitments, new commitments and things of that nature. Somebody here might have Venus in Aries. You don't necessarily have to, but I want to get some clarification out here because there's a lot going on. The Three of Swords is showing up as your first card out, and the rest are major arcana. So I feel like this is maybe going to be a heavy one. Three of Swords is here. It's Saturn in Libra. Okay, so this often shows up for relationship obstacles, and that doesn't just have to be romantic. It's like partnerships as well, you know. So working relationships can apply to that. So when it comes to the Three of Swords, I do think that for a lot of you, especially with the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like some of you could have been going through a really tough cycle in relationships and partnerships for the last 3 years or so. You know, you have this Death card here, which is an ending, but it's also a new beginning. It's not just death, it's rebirth. And so I do feel that for a lot of you, it's possible that when it comes to a lot of, say for example, friendships, maybe you've been trying to make new friends over the last 3 years or so, and it's like things go well for a minute, and then it kind of, you get a weird vibe, right? Something happens, somebody's being flaky, right? So I feel like for some of you, it's something like that here, things fizzle out. Maybe you've been trying to get into new connections and it's like the conversations are going great and then it moves to something physical, you know, or it's like the conversations just hit a ceiling and things kind of stall out. So anyhow, Aquarius, just examples, but I do think that with the Death card showing up here, that energy is coming to an end. But I will say, I feel like a lot of you, you've been met with resistance when it comes to connections because there's a deeper understanding of self that was meant to happen when it came to those things, because Wheel of Fortune is showing up here. Everything's connected, right? So that's one way that I'm seeing this, but also this is cycles closing, new ones beginning. I feel like there's definitely been a struggle over the last 3 years or so, and I think that struggle is coming to an end before the month of April does. I really feel that a lot of you, you're going to see new opportunities for connection, Aquarius, and it's not just romantic. I feel like it's all across the board. A lot of you, you've disconnected from family. Not all family, right? Not all family, not all friends, you know what I mean? But I do think that a lot of you, you've seen people for who they are over the last few years, and it's definitely been eye-opening to say the least. And I feel like it has really, disconnecting from these energies has allowed for a big transformation for you on a personal level, because there were certain things that were maybe attached, like certain ideas, perspectives, habits that maybe you picked up on from those individuals, and as you separate from those individuals, you realize where that stuff came from, and you're able to shed those things that were not serving you, that were not helping you, and were holding you back. You have Justice showing up right here. I feel like you're more in alignment with the life that you want now. I also feel like you're more in alignment with the connections, the type of people you want around you here, Aquarius. I do think that for some, you could end up connecting here soon with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or a Libra or Cancerian. You have Chariot showing up here. Some of you might start traveling as well, and that could be how this comes about. Or it could be a move entirely. That is a victory, though. It's triumph over obstacles. It's success, so I love to see that here for you, Aquarius. What else do we have showing up here for Aquarius? in regards to these energies. Yeah, sounds about right. You have the Lovers showing up here, clarifying that. Three of Swords. Sorry, you guys, if you keep seeing me hold things out here. It's because I'm used to the camera being further back. I really did not want this to look weird because it was just going to be my green wall and this little tiny tapestry. So anyhow, the Lovers showing up under the Three of Swords. Definitely feel that this was a crossroads that you were at when it came to connections here, Aquarius. Like, do I really need to let go of that? I've known that person forever, you know. But, you know, the longer you spend holding on to it, the more you realize, wow, they just kind of compete with me. They kind of discourage me. They kind of bring me down and make me feel bad about myself. So yeah, some of you, that could have been a parent. You got the Knight of Pentacles showing up underneath Death. So yeah, like I said, I feel like this was a long cycle. Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving energy, but I feel like it was so slow moving because you were meant to see these things in depth, in full. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. Wheel of Fortune. Underneath this Wheel of Fortune, we're getting the King of Pentacles. I feel like not only are you pushed into a new energy when it comes to the people you connect with, but also your stability. And I think for some of you, that's why your energy has been protected, because you can gain stability, but then if you have the wrong people around you, they could easily take that, Aquarius, you know, or convince, you know, by take that, I mean, they could convince you that they're deserving of it or that they need it and pull on your heartstrings, and then you give, and then you have nothing left. So I feel like it's connected to your stability. It's all connected. You have the Six of Wands showing up here underneath Justice. This is a victory, recognition, high honor, achievement, success. Some of you, dare I say, some of you, there could have even been some sort of lawsuit that went on here with a person that you trusted in the past here, and I feel like there could be a legal victory with the Justice card, the Chariot, all of that showing up together. You got the Three of Wands underneath the Chariot. This is expansion. This is seeing things from a higher perspective. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, he's standing up on top of a hill. He's looking out over the land. So, I mean, this is really powerful stuff here, Aquarius. So I love to see it. Some of you, you could have a Gemini coming towards you, or possibly a Virgo, Taurus, or Aries. I feel like there could be somebody coming towards you here, and they might live at a distance, okay? But I do feel like they're very stable. It could be a slower moving connection, but keep in mind that it's, you know, it's probably developing at a normal pace, okay? It's just probably slower than what you're used to when it comes to folks who are love bombing and, you know, trying to get everything out of the way so they can get what they want faster. So that is what I'm seeing here, Aquarius. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be. You're more than welcome to watch out for your other signs. It's like I was saying in the beginning, I'm reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. You could also check out the details on personals if you're interested, Aquarius. It's a 3-question video reading. It is $34.56. You get it within 2 business days. So yeah, Aquarius, everything is down below in the description box. Of course, only if you are interested, okay? But if this is where we part, I do want to thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.